My first in-depth encounter with Islam came about when I met Muhammad, a fellow student at the University of Swansea. He had arrived in Britain 1 year earlier from war-torn Lebanon. Despite a strong Anglican Christian background and a secure faith in God, I had unresolved questions of faith, to which Muhammad's religion seemed to have the answers. I would never understood about the Trinity, for instance. Then when Muhammad said there are no partners with God, it just seemed very pure and beautiful to have a religion which puts him alone. Islam corresponded with everything I had always felt deep down inside, even when I was a child, that Jesus, peace be upon him, was a wonderful prophet with a wonderful message of forgiveness. But he was not to be worshipped as God. I was searching for spiritual clarity, but I did not realize I would find it classified under Islam. The more I learned about Islam, the more right it seemed to me. But conversion was not an easy step to take. I was intensely longing to do it, but I did not know if I had the courage. I was afraid of what my family would think, the cultural difference, and my role change in society. Then one night as I was talking to Muhammad about Islam, I had a feeling of having found my right place in the universe. Now was the time to stop holding back and to follow my instincts. On impulse, I recited the kalima, there is only one God, and Muhammad, may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, is his messenger. To my then fiancé, I said this before him from my heart. I had always believed the first part. Now on that special night, I dared to say the second part. When I woke up the next morning, I knew I had taken the right step. I felt relieved. I had freed myself. I was well aware of the risk I was taking. Islam is a massive subject. Supposing I discovered something I did not believe in, but the more I learned, the more I felt it was everything I wanted to believe in. Marriage to a Muslim was not the reason for my conversion, but had to do with an internal process. Looking back, there were intimations of this process. Since childhood, I have visited Lebanon and Egypt with my family. For a reason I cannot explain, I felt at home there. It hurt every time I had to leave. Muhammad and I moved to Loughborough so that he could continue his studies. There we made contact with the Muslim community. For the first time, I was exposed to the practices of devout followers. It gave me a desire to adhere more strictly to the laws enshrined in the Quran. I welcomed its disciplines, such as praying 5 times a day, at first light, noon, the first shadow, twilight and night. In a technological age, it keeps you in tune with nature. It is like meditation. Your mind is redirected. I also welcomed the Islamic rule of separating the sexes. It leads to a much more peaceful life. The wives are more relaxed because they know their husbands are not going to be tempted by other women. People think we do not trust our wives or husbands. But as Almighty Allah created us as human beings capable of giving in to temptation, so He has also given us this rule as a precaution. That precaution gives women an enormous sense of well-being when they are together. There is no tension, no showing off to the opposite sex. They can enjoy each other's beauty without feeling threatened by it. When I go out, I cover myself with the traditional headscarf and long coat. It was hard at first. I was brought up in a Western society wanting to be attractive. Then vanity started to drop away from me and I became a little purer. I was glad. Suddenly I felt safer on the streets and I felt happy that men would not whistle at me or have personal thoughts about my body. I was no longer just an object. Islam has given me my dignity as a woman. Follow for more or buy now using the link below.